Hi, my name's Ashley. I'm going to be your student nurse today. Can I clarify your name and date of birth, please?
Yep, it's Maggie Blaney and 331 of 99.
Perfect. And you like to be called Maggie?
I do, yeah,
Awesome.
not Margaret.
All right, sounds good. So I noticed that you're here for just a routine physical, and all of your vaccines look up to date as so far. We actually have a new vaccine. Is it okay if I would talk to you about that one that we just discovered?
Sure.
Sure. Okay. So this vaccine is pretty brand new. It was released in January of this year, so of 2020. And there's actually a really good benefits for it. It's an HIV vaccine. So the benefits of this would be that it provides full protection from HIV, and 91% of those receiving, or for the 91% of those people receiving all 4 doses of it. And it's approved for all ages 18 and older, which you are. So it'll just be like 4 routine vaccines like you've had with your HPV or something that you've already had and it's already got done with. Do you know anything about HIV?
Just the basics.
Just the basics?
Yeah.
Tell me more about what you know about the basics.
Sexually transmitted disease, that's
Okay.
probably, I don't
Just
think I'm
the
at
gist
much
of it?
risk,
Yeah. Okay. So, actually, 37.9 million people globally are living with HIV. So that's a pretty high number. And once you have it, you do have it for life. So that's why we're really trying to push this new vaccine. What it does is we put it in intramuscularly, and it will just give you some of the antibodies to help fight it off if you do ever get it. And I know that you said that you were that it's sexually transmitted, is what you do know about that. So you don't think you're at risk, correct?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
Can you tell me more about why you think you're not at risk?
I just think that that's not something that would affect me with my current partners.
Okay. Okay. So as of right now, could you explain to me some concerns that you have about this vaccine and why you would be more reluctant?
Well, I've actually heard a little bit about the vaccine and heard that there's some risks that go along with it, and I don't know if I'm really want to go for that because of those risks.
Okay.
It can have some side effects,
Okay.
And that
So
kind of freaks me out.
So the side effects and risks are kind of
Yeah.
really weighing on
Really
you.
deterring, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So there are some risks, but they aren't too major, I would say. Just like any other shot, it can be a little painful at the injection site. Excuse me. And so you could just get like tenderness or pain or redness around that area. Sometimes it can produce a fever, but that's really the extent of the risks. Nothing too much greater than that we'd be at risk for. So with everything that we've talked about now, with the risks and the benefits, if I gave you a scale of 0 to there's no way you're going to take this, you can't convince me otherwise, to 10 being, sure, ready right now, take the shot, where do you think you would be at right now with this vaccine?
I'd say probably like a 5.
5?
Maybe 5.5.
5.5? Okay, so right in the middle there, you could be swayed either way.
Yeah, something like that.
What can I do to help sway you to get to maybe like a 6 or a 6.5 or 7 even?
Maybe tell me why, even if I don't think I'm affected by it, that I should still get this.
Okay. Yeah. So like all vaccines, they're all prevention. So just like your annual flu vaccine, which I see that you have, and all of your HPV and Tdap ones are all up to date too. Like those are all preventative ones. So if you were to possibly come in contact with HIV, that you would have the vaccine that it would help you to not contract this disease or this virus. And that's really a main point. It's more so preventing the not necessarily inevitable, but just in case there's a chance, because HIV can really control people's lives and take over them if they are contracted. Is there anything else I can explain for you?
Maybe like, since I only have one partner, explain to me how I might catch it. You know?
Yeah, so it is just bloodborne, so or blood transmitted. So if you could, if you know if your partner has it or if you have it, then you can. But also, some people just have it genetically from which pass through, like, from their parent. But yeah, sometimes it's but mostly it's sexually transmitted. But if you make sure you're clean with your partner.
Okay.
So after explaining a few more of the benefits, how it's mainly for just prevention of it, how the really only risks are like just a tenderness for a little bit or a fever for a little bit. What would you say now that you're on your confidence ruler of 0 to no way to 10? Give it to me right now. What would you say you're at?
Probably about an 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, at the end of this visit, if you would like to get it, you can get it at the end of this visit, or we can schedule it for a different time, whatever you prefer.
Okay.
So tell me how I could support you if you get it today, or if you wait, or how I can help you with this prevention.
Probably remind me that I need to get all 4. You know.
Okay.
Because that's something I might forget, and it's obviously not useful if I don't get all 4, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Yep, so I can definitely follow up with you.
Cool.
Every time you need one, I can give you a phone call saying that you're ready to, you're due for another vaccine. Would you like to start with your first one today?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome. So what it's going to be, it's just going to be a shot given right into the side of your arm like your flu vaccine, and then that's all that we'll really have to do. You'll just, might be a little tender, try to move it around, get some movement in there.
Yeah.
After all explaining this and what this vaccine is for, could you give me 3 big takeaways that you have from either what HIV is, what this vaccine is good for, or why do you think we're trying to push this vaccine?
I think you're probably trying to push it just because there's so many people that are affected by it. And I didn't know that even if it's not with your partner, there's still ways you can catch it. It's also important, and that it's strictly preventative, so there's really no harm in something that's preventative. You know what I mean? And the risks aren't as bad as I thought.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, awesome. I will go run the papers and let your physician know, and you can carry on with your physical. But Maggie, thank you so much. I will follow up with you. I for sure will.
Ashley.
And I'm glad that you decided to get the vaccine.
Me too.
Thank you. Yeah.